Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first in-person, actually hybrid Microsoft Fabric Cafe event. Uh, and today's actually is our 25th Fabric Coffee session. But it is the first one that you're seeing people in person. That is a great opportunity for me to just introduce our community and myself maybe to you guys. Uh, a big thank to actually to Teresa and Rowan. Rowan is online, who made this opportunity for us to just get together in Microsoft Office, and a big thank to Microsoft to providing us with this facility actually. And some of you have actually joined us via Microsoft Fabric Cafe meetup group, and some joined us via Microsoft Azure Data and AI Vancouver user group. And thanks everyone for joining us. Cool. If this guy is working, not, let me. It's not working. However, cool. So my name is Mehrdad, Mehrdad Abdollahi. You can call me MD. I'm Microsoft Learn expert, principal data architect, the community lead at Microsoft Fabric Cafe. Over 15 years, in software industry. In the last decade, I mostly focused on data, based in Vancouver, Canada, and always a learner. I try to learn as much as I can and teach whatever that I've learned to my friends and my community members, actually. And here is my YouTube channel if you would like to watch the videos. Before jumping into the slides of Microsoft Fabric Cafe and today's event, we've got a code of conduct for our community. I would appreciate that you all adhere to this code of conduct, either online or in person. Thanks everyone. And for today's agenda is going to be some sort of introduction to Microsoft Learn tech community, Microsoft Fabric Cafe, our community, and Microsoft Fabric itself, plus the roadmap, its roadmap. What is going on, in Microsoft Fabric dev team, and our focus basically is on Microsoft credentials that are going to be the certifications and applied skills, and we have some giveaways for you out of this community and this event. I'm going to just prepare them. Sorry, I forgot about this one. So when you get time, before leaving, you can of course grab some stickers if you're, interested in stickers. Oh, so Microsoft Learn community. Basically, it is. Who knows that? Have you ever, touched its pages online, or have you? Can you just share your experience? How often do you check it? How often do you just go to Microsoft Learn community, tech community. That's the meaning of the community, just reaching out to maybe your peers, the experts in the community, and ask the questions, and also share your experience. Once your question is being answered, or you are going to find a solution for your question, of course, it is going to be shared with the whole community, and the knowledge is going to be spread. However, for the Microsoft Learn community, in my opinion, it is the richest place for finding the resources for learning about all Microsoft and Azure related stuff, technologies and products. And of course, there are some different channels that you can reach your experts and your peers and the communities. One of them is the learning rooms. The learning rooms just introduced maybe a year and a half ago. That basically they are spaces in Microsoft Teams that you can just find your basically the learning room based on your interest, and is going to be focused on one area, or even one some sort of certification that you can just reach out to experts. You can just have the supports from your experts, and meeting other peers. And there are, I think, maybe more than 20, 30 learning rooms now that you can just find it here in you know this short link, aka.ms /learning rooms. And from there, of course, you're going to choose Microsoft Fabric Cafe from that learning room list, which is focusing on Microsoft Fabric, as its name is talking about. And we are providing the learning and support to Fabric users in all levels. Actually, it is a forum for everyone to learn, share, and grow skills together. In the bottom, we've got the YouTube handler of Microsoft Fabric Cafe. On the LinkedIn, this basically QR code is going to land you on our LinkedIn page. And if you would like to join the Microsoft Fabric Cafe learning room directly, you can just use this tiny URL, which is Join Fabric Cafe. And also in the meetup group, you can always follow us there for the upcoming events. And of course, the upcoming events are going to be announced on our LinkedIn page as well. And in the YouTube, you can always just go back to watch the recorded sessions that we had in the community. Some numbers, just some statistics, some reports from our community, and let's see who we are. In less than a year, actually, Fabric Cafe was born in July 2024, July 2024 in Microsoft Learn. And now we have more than 3,200 members globally, all organic. And we've got, on LinkedIn, we've got around 2,300. On YouTube, we've got almost 400, subscribers. And on our learning room, we've got 700, members. And we basically started our live Fabric Coffee sessions, in August last year, and we've got over 40 hours live training sessions with actually 24 unique speakers. And of course, more sessions and speakers are on the way. And for those sessions, we focus on a specific, topic, and our speaker is going to just walk you through that topic. And of course, you can just ask your questions with that regard. Cool, and some, sessions that we had in August 2024, September, October, November and December. And in 2025, we had in January, February, And also for this month, which is in March, our first session is for today, is the hybrid one, but the rest are scheduled for, the being online. And we are online, every Saturday morning, now 7 a.m. Vancouver time, Pacific time. I know it's too early, but I've got the little one at home. I have to just, be up always. So yeah, the sessions have been announced on our LinkedIn page, and you can just, join us online as well. Cool. As I mentioned, sorry, yeah.
For example, can you go back? The one at 1 a.m. Can you watch it recorded?
This, of course, yeah. For that one, it is a special one that is going to be happen after 1 a.m. But of course, all the sessions that I passed, from August until now, and upcoming sessions, all of them are available on our YouTube channel. And for sure, you can, if you've got any question, you're there. The speakers are available on LinkedIn for sure. You can just ping them. If you have any question regarding those sessions that are past, even, right? And of course, the sessions are available to be watched them. And there are some giveaways, as I mentioned. We have some, stickers. If you would like to grab some, you're more than welcome. We have Microsoft Learn and Microsoft Fabric Café stickers. We have 5 Microsoft Fabric flashcards for those who would like to learn about it, and it's gonna be a draw at the end of the session. Uh, Actually, I was expecting more people, in person, but it's gonna, increase your chance actually for winning the flashcards. And I'm gonna have another surprise for you. I've got 3 exam vouchers for those who are going to answer some of the riddles. At least one riddle at the end of the session regarding whatever that we discussed. And it's gonna be 50% of on the exam vouchers for both fundamental and also the advanced. So it is going to actually, this change price is $70, American US, but in the last night, it was around 100 Canadian dollars. Cool, and we have another giveaway. I will share it later. So about Microsoft Fabric, any questions so far? Sorry, it was a long introduction for our community, but I had to just go through the slides and just firstly let's actually to know each other and where we are. Of course, this session is going to be an icebreaker for all of us, and being ready for the future sessions. Hopefully, we will get more people in the room. About Microsoft Fabric. Before jumping into the Microsoft Fabric itself, I would like to just show you what we were doing, before Fabric, right? For a data analytical solution, basically. As we know, for analytical solution, we always have a source of data, and then we have to process that data. We have to gather the data from different places, process them, then transform the data, and then just expose them for dashboards, for visualization, whatever that we are going to make use of that, aggregated and processed data, basically. In the past, I say past, maybe in last year, in the past year, most of the companies just changed their direction to Fabric, and Microsoft is pushing them, basically, not pushing, just encouraging them to go with Fabric. However, these services are still available. But let's say we have a source of Azure SQL or Azure Cosmos DB, which is still available. That's fine. However, the database, the SQL database, is also available on Fabric. Now, the transactional one, which was, I think, announced in Chicago in Microsoft Ignite. So interesting. It is not generally available yet, as far as I know, but it is on its way. And so once we have the transactional data, then we can just yeah. Then the data is going to be gathered by Azure Data Factory. I don't know. The data can be streamed with Azure Stream Analytics and then be written in Azure Data Lake storage, or even we can just grab the data in Azure Synapse Analytics, Azure Databricks, and lots of opportunities to process the data, right? And then once it is ready with the data flow, we can just transform the data again and prepare it for Power BI dashboard. As you can see, lots of services, different services from Azure landscape or here, right? And which is basically a fragmented service, right? And you have to just maintain this one, maintain that one, and just take care of all of these services. Then Fabric came in, which is a unified one now, right? Which is gathering all of the maybe common and popular services in one place. Now it is SaaSified. You don't have to pay separately for, the services for sure. And here it is, maybe gathering all the job roles even in one single, software. That from the experiences, we can just talk about data engineering, for example. In the data engineering, you can just prepare your data and gather your data, or even create a mirror, maybe mirror in databases, mirror in Snowflake, whatever that you think about bringing the data in, and just working on that data, to process that data, to transform that data using, for example, data flow gen 2 or whatever, something like that. And we also have, for example, for data warehousing, previously we had it on Synapse, right? So Fabric is some sort of, combination of Synapse, Power BI, Azure Data Factory, and other stuff like, Data Activator. Even we've got the power of AI in Fabric, that you can just create your AI agent, or just making use of, Copilot in your, notebooks when you are, creating some notebook, cells, right? When you're writing the query for SQL, you can just ask Copilot to help you and prepare the query for you. And the good thing about Fabric maybe is, having only one place to store all of your data, right? In one lake, basically is going to be one copy for the whole organization, right? And yeah, that's it. I don't want to talk about this slide for sure. Maybe most of you have seen this picture in different events or explanation about Fabric. But as I mentioned, it is only an introduction to Fabric. It is not a big actually deep dive into Fabric itself. And maybe the question comes to people and to companies, why we should use Fabric. So it is, let's say, why if we don't use Fabric, it is going to be more complex, but in Fabric is simpler. It is fragmented services. If we don't use Fabric, there's going to be integrated services in Fabric, more expensive without Fabric, but cheaper in Fabric. Without Fabric, there's always the questions that comes to the solution architects, that what service should I use? What analytical service should I use? What kind of storage should I use for this purpose of basically my analytical solution, right? But in Fabric, you have everything there. You don't have to get the subscription for one type of resources, right? But with Fabric, you have a set of popular services. Maybe they are not best, but they are popular and they have been tested. And of course, more services are coming part of Fabric now. And the good thing about Fabric is going to provide you with free trial and the SKU of F64, which is valued for at least $17,000. It is going to give you 2 months of free trial. We can just play with that. You have a good opportunity to just put it under pressure, see how it is working, if it is going to meet your needs or not, and if it is working at scale, right? And of course, for developers, they can just scale up with that free trial access and learn more about it. Any questions so far? I assume not. So of course, for any ongoing products in every industry, we have a roadmap, right? And for Fabric, we also have an app which is called Microsoft Fabric Release Plan that you can just look for it and online and just Google it. You will have the items there that is going to be updated frequently. The last update that I was checking was on 19th of February. But maybe some of these guys, that are, for example, for first quarter of 2025 have been, shipped, right? But now it is just talking about plans. And of course, there is a link there that is going to land you on that side. And yeah, it is a good maybe app, Power BI app that you can just check for checking what's going on with Fabric and what is planned and what is shipped already. And as most of you I know, there are 2, 3 uh, you know terminologies actually in Microsoft that is talking about it is now in public preview. It is now generally available or GA. So each of these guys may be planned, for example, to be generally available, or maybe planned for even being developed and being available for public review. Cool. Now we know what Fabric is, right? And the question may come how we can learn about that. And if we learn about Fabric, learn how to work with Fabric with different components that it has and the different experiences that it is offering, am I going to be certified? For sure, yes. And we have 2 types of credentials in Microsoft, not related only to Fabric. The 2 type of uh, credentials. The first one, which was there for a couple of years, is Microsoft certification. The past, maybe we had some MCP, MCSA, MCSE, these abbreviations for them. But now it has changed. No, it is now based, actually role-based one, based mostly, and they are basically validating the broad technology proficiency. It is not one specific, let's say, one specific, task or skill of the development, right? For example, if we want to talk about data engineering, for the data engineering in Microsoft for DP 203, which is already retired, it is going to be retired at the end of this month, and it is going somehow replaced with DP 700. We will talk about that. For that DP 203, it is talking about lots of services, lots of data services in Azure, and is really a broad, discussion when you want to, just focus on Azure Data Factory, on Synapse, on Azure Databricks, and lots of questions are coming in the table and in the exam that you don't know which side is which part of that technology is going to be your questions. However, it is just validating a broad technology proficiency for the Microsoft certification. They are mostly role-based for the data engineer, data analytics. I don't know, for example, machine learning engineer, and so on and so forth. It is very deep of skills, and the exam is going to be your interactive elements. You can just it has that actually the exam itself is going to be the choosing the options or drag and drop, something like this, for or multi answers or one answer is going to be the shape of your exam. And of course you have to schedule your exam, right? And that exam can be in person at the Pearson very centers, or even you can just do your certification exam certification online. Of course, there will be a proctor, and you have to just show everything to your auditor to be able to attend that exam. On the other side, we have the Microsoft Applied Skills. Have you heard about this? Any idea? So for the Microsoft Applied Skills is something simpler. The goal of that is going to validate only one specific skill, right? That is going to be, the context of that is project based. It is based on a scenario. A specific scenario is given to you and ask you to just resolve that, right? Create the components, the asked items. And the assessment there, it is not going to be an exam, right? The assessment is in the labs that are created by Microsoft Learn for just doing the actual work. You don't have to have your own. I'm just giving you the example of Microsoft Fabric. You don't have to have your credentials for Fabric accounts, right? And everything is ready in that lab. You can just use the credential from there. You have access to that scenario, that project. Then you're going to just follow whatever that is asked from you as a let's say data engineer or data analyst, right? Or data scientist. uh, exactly like maybe like a work experience, right? That you are going to be asked to do some tasks from your manager or from your project managers. And you don't have to schedule that. You can just take it anytime that you want. There are some benefits, yeah.
You have examples of the go back. There are examples for Microsoft Applied Skills.
Yes, I will share them later. There are some benefits for uh, these Microsoft credentials. Let's start with uh, certification. That's most of us maybe know about that. They are recognized now by industry. Wherever that you go for work, or even on your LinkedIn and on your social media, you are going to just share them. Everyone recognize that I know this. There's Microsoft certification, and maybe this applicant is going to be a good option for our company. Let's invite them for interview, or just approach him or approach her for doing this or that. There are multiple levels for Microsoft certifications. There's going to be fundamental, associate, and then expert, based on your proficiency, based on your level of knowledge, and based on what you want to learn about that specific area. For example, we have the Azure fundamental for data, the Azure data fundamentals, or Azure AI fundamentals. You're going to just touch something from that area. You're not going to be that deep on that section, and you take your exam and then earn your certificate. The good thing is that about certifications, they can be renewed, and you have to, if you want to renew them, you have to keep yourself up to date, right? So it is going to be an actually encouragement from maybe Microsoft Learn to just keep you, up to date. It is going to just remind you, hey, you can renew your uh, certificate for free for another year, which is good. And of course, it's going to, as I mentioned, a boost for your career, right? You can just having some promotions or being recognized by your company, and just express yourself in the market, in the job market. And one nice thing about the certification is going to boosting partner capability score. You might have heard about Microsoft partners, the companies that have assigned that this company is Microsoft partner. I'm not sure if this is still there or not, but in the past we had silver partner, gold partner, not sure for now. I have to check it. I will talk about this, partnership and how the certificate is going to impact on, the partnership program. But about apply the skills, the good thing is that it is free. You don't have to pay anything. But for certification, you have to pay at least 90, American dollars at least. However, with the vouchers that we have, it is going to be 50%, off. But for apply the skills, it is free. You can take the assessment as much as you want every 72 hours. If you fail, you have to wait 72 hours to retake it. Of course, it is faster to earn. You just you're done with your learning. You're done with your all of your practices. Then you jump into on computer, start the assessment, and just grab your you know let's say, I don't want to use certification, but a verification of this, apply the skill. There is no expiration on that, which is good. And it is ideal for practitioners. If you would like to practice your tasks and you want to have a uh, maybe like a working, experience with your skills. So let's back to that partner capability score. We have talked about Microsoft partnership. Some companies are recognized in the industry as partner of Microsoft. And the thing is that, the partnership can be in different areas now. In the solution, for example, they are solution providers, or even the partners are going to be specialized on a specific, service that Microsoft is going to, provide, and they're gonna help the clients and their customers with those services. What I want to say, I'm not talking about the partnership. No, I don't want to dig in, the partnership, but the impact and the value of the certification that you get is going to be part of the score that the partner, your company, actually the partner of Microsoft, is going to gain. And if you look here, the top left, for each solution partner designation requires 70 plus points, at least 70 points, right? And for example, for one of the partnership programs, which is solution partner for data and AI, your company can earn 40 points of that only from certifications. So, which is good, right? And just imagine if you have 2 or 3 or 4, I don't know about for now about the points per uh, uh, basically per specialist in your company, right? But let's say each of them gets 20 points. So 2 certified uh, employee can help you just move toward earning the Microsoft, partnership. So, have you heard about this? Maybe I, in my current company, maybe a couple of years ago, I just helped them, to earn, the Microsoft Learn partnership with, my certifications. Those days it was not scoring based like this. There was, uh, if for example, if you only had, the certified employees for two, for example, that would be enough for getting the silver partnership. But now, the programs have been changed, and maybe these programs are going to again change later. But however, it is going to be a good opportunity for your company even to, invest on the employees and skill them up. It is a win-win, right? Employee is going to just skill up, and company is going to get the partnership. And company, when they have the partnership, they can approach the clients, approach the customers and businesses, and they can trust them. Okay, it is a recognized one. It is a partner of Microsoft. I'm gonna just, give my, just use their services, and the company is going to be happy with the employee, and it is going to be a, good cycle for everyone. Cool. You've talked about. So let me just have a look at the time. Yeah. Microsoft Fabric credentials. You ask about the applied skills. What are the example of applied skills? We are in Fabric room, right? Microsoft Fabric Café, and we are only talking about Fabric for now. But you can see in the top, we've got the applied skills, that these four are available for Microsoft Fabric. One of them is implementing a real-time intelligence solution with Microsoft Fabric. The other one, implementing a data science and machine learning solution with Fabric. Implement a data warehouse in Microsoft Fabric, and implementing a lakehouse in Microsoft Fabric. So how it does work? There is some sort of modules and a learning path that you can just follow on Microsoft Learn, and then you can just jump to the assessment. However, without having a look at those modules and learning path, you can just take the exam or take the assessment. And we also have the credentials of certifications, right? We have Fabric Analytics Engineer Associate. We've got Fabric Data Engineer, which is released recently, right? And we also have Power BI Analyst Associate. If you have no idea what's going on data, we have a fundamental exam, which is Azure Data Fundamentals, that you have to pass DP 900. It is not a requirement for getting any of these, certification exams or apply the skills, but it can give you an overview of what's going on in the data in Azure landscape, and then you can just make your decision if you'd like to continue with data or not. You're not interested, and you're gonna change your direction somewhere else. Yes.
Are the two new certifications, the engineer and BI data analyst, facing the analytics engineer?
This Power BI.
The
Wait,
last two.
the last two.
Are those replacing the first one?
No. Previously, before Fabric, we had a certification for analytics engineer that was focusing on Azure Synapse, basically. But it was retired last year, and it was replaced with Fabric Analytics Engineer. And then Fabric Data Engineer is replacing Azure Data Engineer, which the exam number was or is DP 203. The Power BI Data Analytics Associates, it was there, I think. There was a
Yes,
think enterprise analytics engineer, if I'm not mistaken, for Fabric for Power BI. Yeah, yeah. Now it's easier. I passed the other one a couple of years ago. Cool. So these are no just an overview of that. What I want to show you, I will walk you through all of those certifications. I hope we can just finish in time and don't keep Teresa waiting for us that long. We talked about certifications and applied skills, right? And we mentioned about role based, and we said Microsoft certifications are role based. What are the roles in Microsoft Fabric now? Anyone knows? Yeah, awesome. And one more. So we have the roles in Microsoft Fabric. So the first one, analytics engineer. They are basically, the role of them is preparing and enriching data for analysis using semantic models, lakehouses, and data warehouses. If you look at, different sections here, we've got some data sources. Again, let's back to our first, slides, that an analytical solution, how it is working, and which sections it has, which parts the roles and people are going to engage with. We have the data source, we have ingestion of the data, transforming data, and exposing the data for visualization. And each of these roles are going to work specifically with some sections, not everything, right? Fabric is a big one. Fabric is a big, software that has lots of experiences, and that is why I mentioned that it is gathering different roles in one place. So for the analytic engineer, it is ingesting and basically and accessing data with shortcuts, pipelines, or data flows, transforming the data with data flow procedures and notebooks, and storing all of those queries and data in lakehouses and data warehouses, and exposing data with reusable semantic models. That's it, right? And there is an average salary for that, $132,000 per annum for, of course, US. And in order to gain this role, you have to pass exam DP 600 to being certified as Fabric Analytics Engineer Associates. And here you can just see the percentage of each section that is going to, you know, you are going to be assessed actually against these skills, right? Maintaining a data analytics solution, preparing the data, implementing and managing semantic models. Of course, we've got the resources on Microsoft Learn. You can just look for DP 600 exam and study guide for that on Microsoft Learn. And because of the shortage of time, I'm not going to walk you through the Microsoft Learn website. You can just, of course, find it. But the good thing about this, maybe you say, okay, I learned about that. I walked, through all of the, modules and where I can practice. Here I've got another giveaway from Microsoft Fabric Café, which is basically coming from one of our community members, Zahir Kafarpur. He shared a free coupon actually for one of the Udemy courses to practice Fabric Analytics Engineer Associate practice test. It was around 47 Canadian dollar. Now it is free for you. It is going to be only valid for the month of March. Fabric Cafe _ MAR. it was another giveaway from our community for the community. The next role, data analysts. So for the data analysts, they are working on transforming data and preparing something in uh, semantic models sometimes, and then expose that data and visualize that data in Power BI. So basically, in Microsoft Fabric, they expose data with Power BI reports, semantic models, and SQL endpoints. They transform data with data flows and procedures. In order to gain this certification and this role, you have to pass exam PL 300. However, it is somehow recognized in Power Platform, but somehow it is linked to Data Platform as well. But in order to gain that, your skills are going to be assessed for preparation of the data, model the data, visualize and analyze the data, and manage and secure your Power BI. The next role is the data engineer, which is my favorite, and is going to basically work with lots of services in Fabric. As you can see, you have to work with the data sources, knowing the data sources, grabbing the data, and bring them in Fabric, ingest the data, and then just transform them into different ways and write them back to whatever storage that you are basically looking at. It can be streaming the data or the batching of the data, the batch process or streaming process. It can be real-time data in the streaming and lots of things. It is a really a broad, uh, you know, uh, usage of this data. And as you can see, in Microsoft Fabric, it is going to connect data with shortcuts and mirroring, ingest and transform data with notebooks, pipelines, data flows, and event streams, store and query data in lakehouse, data warehouses, and event houses, monitor and optimize the performance of Fabric analytics solutions. Has slightly higher salary in comparison with the other roles. And in order to get this certification, a new exam, actually it is, as I mentioned, it is a new one. I'm not sure this is still in the beta version, but I don't think the beta is gone now. So, however, they can write for this exam. If you're already, preparing yourself for DPO23, just do it quickly. It is going to be valid for another year, of course, but it is not going to be renewed in next year. And you have to again just test yourself for these skills. So implementing and managing an analytics solution, ingest and transform data, monitor and optimize an analytics solution. These are skills that you are going to be assessed in this particular exam. And we have the last one, which is the data scientist in Fabric. They are going to, they are not going to bring the data. Basically, data scientists are going to work with the data that is already landed in Fabric, right? They are not data engineers. They want the data is already there, use it, and just create some models on top of that, and create the experiments for the machine learning, and then just store the results maybe in Lakehouse to being used for model purposes. And for this one, in Fabric, there is no dedicated exam and certification, but we already have an applied skills for data scientists. There is a data scientist certification in Azure, but it is not related to Fabric. It is using other services in Azure. Okay, any question? Yeah.
About the data science from something like Databricks, like that, you look Fabric and you want to brush up your team. for Azure Fabric, what type of apply the skills for?
There is no certificate, right? What do you mean? You want to bring the data from
I
Databricks,
want to
or
bring the data scientists
okay,
from somebody,
yeah,
somewhere, and ask them to work with Fabric.
okay, I see, I see.
So they are data scientists. They're familiar with ML and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I want to brush them up
yeah, 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 yeah.
to use Fabric.
Got it.
What would the path
Cool.
for that?
So the path for that will be the apply the skill that I mentioned earlier, right? If I go back to the certifications, here we've got a apply the skills for data scientists, right? Implement a data science and machine learning solution with Microsoft Fabric. When you just jump into this apply the skills and you want to prepare yourself for this, specific skill, it is going to just give you some learning path, right? The learning path is going to be, from very beginning, just having an end-to-end introduction to Fabric, right? Then talking about Lakehouse, how it does look like, how the data is going to be stored there, and so on and so forth. And then how to create your experiment, how to create your notebook, and how it can be used against your, LLM models or whatever that you are looking for. Yeah, it can be used for those specialists. Sorry,
The second one first.
the second one. Yeah. Cool. Any question regarding whatever that we discussed before we jump into draw? Yeah. Maybe Teresa that can answer this question. But from my opinion, if the company wants to just have some advisory sessions like that, just uh, it can be a collaboration with Microsoft specialists, with data and AI consultants that they are going to just, of course, listen to your concerns. And Teresa, you can just correct me if I'm wrong. Uh,
Yes, you can do it. The trial capacity. What's the translation? Fabric capacity. Fraction of the unit of the current fabric current. What I need, like, for instance, the total capacity would be those things that you can expect. Once you have for down to the Microsoft have to engage with Microsoft, the architects like me know it will come and plan for that migration. Power BI, Fabric. In any case, the Power BI team have to you have to migrate to so, or, that's what you have to do. So before you do that, make the connection of partners. That's the right time.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And let me, if I can find. Cool. So before jumping into here, would like to just show you some pages that are going to be very useful when you are working with Fabric. First of all, is the Fabric community. The block of Fabric that you can just uh, subscribe for this newsletter actually, and get the latest updates, whatever that is coming out from Fabric Office. And the other one that I wanted to show you, yeah, is this DP600 practice test that is available for you with that coupon that we've shared. The other thing is that app for the release plan, the roadmap of Microsoft Fabric, and that you can just walk you through that, walk through that and see what is going on and what is planned and what is shipped about the Fabric features. And the other thing is the browse credentials, that in the left side you can just choose the products that you are interested in. For now, let's say it is Fabric, and in the Fabric you can just check uh, to answer maybe your question for apply the skills. You can just choose the apply the skill here, and you can take the assessment or prepare for the assessment. When preparing for the assessment, these are the modules that are going to be covered in this learning path. And after that, you can just take your assessment and share it with your network when you are done. Any question? If not, yeah. So your use case is you have the data somewhere on-prem, yeah, and you're landing them into your SQL server, right? Yeah, I understand it. And if you can utilize Fabric for that purpose, right? For sure, for the Power BI, you're already paying for for your pro user and for your premium, right? And you're also paying for SQL Server, right, as an enterprise. You have both of them on Fabric. However, the SQL is not generally available yet, but maybe it can be considered as an option in future when SQL database is going to be fully available, and then you can just migrate. But I'm not expert in costs and pricing. However, it can be, of course, consult with a consultant, from Microsoft, or even, always you can just, compare it online, based on how many users you are going to add to your capacity, and even what SKU of Fabric is going to, actually meet your needs, right? How much process you have, how what is the volume of data that you are processing, right? So it is very important that and sometimes it really doesn't make sense to just migrate from those older stuffs, because of only cost saving, right? Because Fabric is a big one, right? It is SaaSified, it is cheaper, but we need to just check again if it is the right choice for you or not. Of course, it can be consult with a consultant. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Cool. Let me just grab my attendee list, and you're going to just having some draw based on the numbers that are available. Each of you guys have been assigned a number, right, in this list, and we had almost 80 registered one, but I think maybe 25, 20 have been attended. Maybe it was because of the rainy weather in Vancouver. They did not expect that. However, we are hoping to meet more people in person, and which is really a great opportunity for us. I'm going to just have draws uh, and hand over the one. Hope is sort of our list. Uh, Not here. Let's take the nearest one to 59. It is Yui. Yeah, here you go. Awesome. So it is just only for saving time, right? That's if that person is not in, we take the closest one. Next, 54. 54, you've got it. Sahar Latifi. That you? Here you go. No problem. We're next. Next. Come on. $72. Carlos. Here you go. Congratulations. And two more. Two more. I forgot to remove the choice, but however, we are not going to take that. For the eight, the nearest one was Sahar Latifi, which we have given. Another Sahar Ratner. Here you go. Cool. Last one. But don't worry, we have more stuffs here. And the last one goes to 62. 62, if I come down, we have Fatima. No, it's you. Here you go. Awesome. Cool. So let me just go to my slides and let's see what we have next. Riddles. In Fabric coffee sessions, in the weekly sessions that we have, I'm not sure if you have attended online or not, in our Fabric coffee sessions, which is every Saturday morning. With the speakers, we have some fun moments like riddles and resolving the riddles. And who is going to resolve the riddle is going to be actually receiving the Microsoft exam voucher for 50% off. I'm going to just show the question. I've got 3 exam vouchers, but I've got 5 questions, right? I can be structured or unstructured, raw or refined. I live in the cloud, but serve insights to humankind. What am I? Wait. Only hands up. Hands up, then.
Data.
Data lake. Lake house. Lake house is a combination of data lake and data warehouse, right? So now it is called lake house. A lake house in the Microsoft Fabric. So please send me a message in on LinkedIn page or wherever that you feel comfortable for your voucher. The next one, I don't speak, yet I answer questions. I have no voice, yet I can tell you anything if you ask me the right way. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. Is closing. Yeah.
Gen AI.
Uh-uh. More. No. Well done. SQL query. Our next exam voucher winner. What's your name? Milad. Yeah, and you, Mehrdad. Yeah. Nope. The next one, I can't be seen or touched, but I unlock new opportunities. Some fear me, but those who embrace me find great rewards. What am I?
Prevention.
Yeah, awesome. Microsoft certification. And you are our next one. What's your name? Eduardo. Yeah, thank you. We have 2 more. They are a bit challenging, maybe, but it's going to be fun. I connect raw data, silver insights, and golden truth. But without me, chaos ensues. What am I?
Medallion architect.
Well done. Medallion architecture. Can you explain that? Anyone knows about that? Yeah, you can yourself.
Yeah, raw data is when you have the source and you try to have it copy as is from the source. So you can always recreate from say from raw bronze to silver anytime. You don't have to go back to the source because it can compromise time.
Well done. Well done. And we'll explain. Thank you very much. And the last one, I take data from the past, process it in the present, and prepare it for the future. Speed is my game, and insights are my name. What am I? A bad guy actually wrote that. Sorry. Oh, an answer in the call? Power BI? Yes, son? No. Any answer from our YouTube? Let me just see if there is any answer. Kenani, is there a way to extend the free trial of Fabric, please? No, unfortunately, Kenani. I'm not sure if I'm sharing your question here, but Ganani, you're not going to be able to extend your no free trial, as far as I know. and it's only for 60 days if you're hearing me. So the question, data warehouse? No. Yes, of course. Well done. Yeah, real-time analytics in Fabric. So can you explain about real-time analytics a little bit for us? How it does work and how no, that's fine, no problem, no problem. I am just going to give a little bit explanation about the real-time analytics. Remember, we just discussed about batch processing and stream processing, right? For the batch processing is basically for example, for some organizations like banks or that they want the data to be analyzed for the past months or past year, and they don't want the real-time data. They don't want to have and actually act, against a data that is already landed in their database, right? For that one, we have the batch processing. But on the other side, we have the real-time analytics that, let's say, in some industries like health industry, right? That and where patients, you know, uh, immune system or patient's health is very important for those people, right? For our healthcare, actually, health workers, right? That they want to just see what's happening there. It is going to be an online and a real time, processing. Data is streaming from the devices in the patient's rooms, and it is going to just streaming uh, to Fabric, for example, and then based on that data, based on whatever that happens to that data, it is going to act something. For example, it is going to just send an alarm or sending a message in Teams, for example, or running another automated job, right? And it can be even in the other industries, like in the production line, in the manufacturers, that they can just monitor whatever that is happening in the production line. If a temperature, for example, of a device is going up or down, or whatever that is happening to that, it is going to be streamed to Fabric and then just being analyzed. And after that, an action is going to be taken from the result of that process. Cool. A big thanks to all of our attendees, online and in person. We hope to see more people. And if you like that, please feel free to rate it on Meetup and join us for the next sessions. I'm not sure if it is going to be in person, but for sure we will have our weekly sessions on Saturdays. And actually, a shout out to Microsoft Learn community, which provided the whole the opportunity for us to express ourselves and to uh, gather all of the community members and experts in one place and creating those learning rooms for us. Yeah, it's a great opportunity. And Microsoft Fabric, actually Microsoft Vancouver office, to providing this room for us to get together, right? Thanks everyone, and a big thanks to Rowan and Teresa for helping to booking this room and announcing actually our event. And also the committee members, Vahid, Sina, and Bobak, who helped me today. Thanks, everyone. And financial sponsors, there is no financial sponsor in our community. And I'm paying all from my own pocket. That's it. I love the community. But if your company or your business is interested to being sponsored, actually they're more than welcome. We don't say no to any sponsor, right? And yeah, if you have any question, just let's hang out. Before leaving, please just put your badges, in the box next to the elevator, and feel free to grab some, stickers, and feel free to share it with your network on LinkedIn. You can just always, uh, tag us and mention us. And yeah, thanks everyone. Nothing else.